What is going on, my fellow Arcs? Chrono here, and welcome back to another PSO2 video. So today's video, we're actually going to be going over the new daily quests. Well, the weekly's gone dailies now, and a quick little route that I do for gathering. Just a couple of key points that make taking care of some of these daily quests substantially easier. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Chrono. I primarily cover PSO2 content. I'd much appreciate subscribers work our way towards the 10K mark now. Since the last set of videos that I recorded, we actually crushed that 7K goal. So thank you to everyone who subbed after those videos. Thank you everyone who supported the channel even before then. And thank you guys for just checking out my videos in general. It is super heartwarming and it makes me very happy. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. So I've seen people kind of talk about this. If you guys haven't noticed, Leah May, her quests have actually become daily instead of weekly. So you can pick up all these quests every single day for some really easy experience. Now, as you can see, the amount of experience you get from this is not very high. It's actually really, really low. And the reason for it is because you don't really need to go out of your way by much to get these quests done. Realistically speaking, the gathering quests just get you to gather in general. So you'll have a decent stock of gathering. I'm not sure about you guys, but since going into Retem, I haven't cared nearly as much about gathering because I didn't really have a good route for myself personally. And then all of the portions of these quests that ask you to, like, suppress certain enemy types, you can just jump into, what is it? This really wasn't maybe part of the video, but you can just jump into Retem Al Nothe and farm for like maybe 15 to 30 minutes for some experience, and you'll get tons of EXP. And on top of that, you'll also get those quests done. So nothing too crazy there, but I'm gonna grab these quests really quick here. Fun fact. You guys can just spam enter on this because these actually move to the bottom now when you gather one. I'm gonna spam a whole bunch really quick and then we'll go from there. All right, so we've got all of our quests gathered here. I do want to also mention the dread enemy and the urgent quest portion of this. These are gonna be a little bit, you have to kind of go out of your way to get this stuff, but it's a bit, a bigger chunk of experience. The dread enemy is not too hard. Just gotta get one veteran to spawn. They spawn usually within 9 to 12 minutes of a room being opened up. You can normally just look at the room timers, check the area that you're in, go into a room that's between 9 and 12 minutes, and then just chill out when one of the veterans are going to spawn. They fixed it so they actually spawn even if you're close by their spawn rate or their spawn area. And then doing an urgent quest, I mean, I shouldn't even have to explain that to you. Just do an urgent quest. That's not too hard to do. All right, guys. So picked up all of our quests. Where are we going to start? What are we going to do? Where are we going to gather from? So back in Ileo, I had a really, solid mining route. If you guys weren't a part, or gathering route in general, but if you guys weren't here for that, back then it was really just teleport to Halfia Plains, come up this way and just follow the riverbed all the way here, double back the other direction, follow it all the way back over here as well. Takes us into North Ileo. We would then follow this riverbed down here and around, head right into here, gather all through this area around here as well. We would then teleport over to West Ileo, a few gathering points to grab here, a couple that are south, and then the island out here. And then we would teleport to South Ileo as a final, and we would pretty much gather in a couple of key spots. There was a cave right down here. There was a cave in this area here that we could gather as well. And then there was a cave right down here that I'm sure tons of people saw that goes under Mount Piccolot. So pretty cool spots. It made it very easy to gather every day, and it was pretty straightforward. And I'm gonna show you guys what I've been doing in Retem, honestly, since this became a daily, because I really didn't think about it beforehand. I was kind of just complaining to my chat like, hey dude, I don't even know where to gather half this crap. Like, where should I be going? Where should I get stuff? Where should I get stuff? So because of that, I haven't really totally perfected this. I just want to show this off, and you guys are welcome to toss in your own 2 cents, what you guys think is good, what you want to change things up for, and kind of go from there. But start things off, I usually hop over to the Oasis. Oasis is usually pretty good for, what is it, the seafood. I was trying to think of the word, but seafood items, and as well as, let me change over the quest type, but seafood, and then fruit as well, and some vegetables. So just keep an eye out for them on the ground. You can swap between your quests just to see. Some people like to just gather one type at a time, but when I'm in an area, I just want to get everything I can get. So grab the fruit. We're gonna grab the vegetables. Actually, I'm gonna purposely, and I probably recommend you guys do the same thing, set your stuff to veggies, just because it's easier to miss these on the ground, in my opinion, than missing a giant fruit tree or missing stuff in water. So we're just gonna run around this circle really quick here and gather all of these. And I'm just gonna show this off. It's nothing too crazy. I could heavily edit this, but I mean, I don't like to edit the gathering stuff just so people can kind of see exactly what it is I'm doing, just in case they feel like they might miss something. So I guess to kind of fill in the dead time or the dead air, how are you guys liking the new update with the new PAs? My video where I just talk about the bouncer PAs and my thoughts on them went up yesterday, and you know, I had some people that agreed with me and had a couple that didn't, and then the people that didn't agree with me, the more people that did agree with me disagreed with the people that didn't. It's kind of funny, but you know, be nice to one another. Don't jump down anyone's throat. We're allowed to disagree, man. It's totally fine. There weren't a lot of seafood items this time around. It's kind of randomized when they spawn. Well, not randomized for individual people, but random which ones spawn itself. Also, if you don't already do this, I highly recommend having a class that's able to cast Zonde. Just going sub force or even like sub ranger or sub gunner. That way you're able to use, what is it, like the darts ability with rifle. Really, really useful. All right, so we're good there. We're actually gonna jump down, or we're gonna jump over to, which one do I wanna do next? I think I'm gonna head over here, actually. Oh, no. Yeah, we're gonna head over here. So I wanna take this teleport here. Don't ask me how to pronounce that name. I'm never gonna understand how to pronounce it. It's never gonna happen in a million years. That name is ridiculous. All right, so for this area here, there's two things I wanted to show off. It's gonna be mining primarily to start with, so we can swap this over to minerals, and we're just gonna head up. It's minerals as well as fruit trees. Now you could really go through this entire area. There's other minerals further down, but again, this is the whole point of this, is just to pick up a couple of items and not spend a ton of time like going through everything. And this will give you a decent barometer of how much time I spend actually gathering every single day too, which is why I'm going to purposely leave the entire video itself uncut so you guys can see. I would highly recommend skipping forward. I'm probably going to try to also include timestamps in the video description to the different individual areas that I went to, and you know, type them out. That way I don't have to say them. But as you can see, as you're coming up here, it's not the best like mining. Like if you care about certain items, it's better that you pick up a map specifically and gather those items and find out what those, like where those specifically spawn every day, and then kind of plan out your route based on that. I might do something that's a bit more specific to that, but I found that as long as you just gather, at least like gather every day, and you get a good, you know, good chunk of different items, you actually do have everything that you need. And like I have everything I need, and I don't gather every day. I can't say that I ever did gather like until these update came out. Now you probably also noticed that I have been killing tames along the way as well when I see them. That's why I say take Zonde, but you definitely come across enough tames that you will get the quest done on its own. So just throwing out a Zonde, throwing out a darts gets them taken care of very easily and very quickly. You'll see that we really weren't even trying to get specific minerals. Like we haven't gathered a lot of minerals and we're already basically done. I think I need one more. Oh yeah, no, that was actually it. So it's now swapped over to what is it asking us to do? Vegetables. Okay, so we can grab a vegetable here really quick, but we're not here for vegetables. We're actually gonna head south. Wait, seriously, there's there's some on either side of here? Okay, well. And I also recommend doing something very similar. Like don't feel bad about like, you know, not heading the exact direction that I go. Just the general areas are kind of what you're looking for. That way you don't have to really worry too much about going crazy on picking up stuff. You can see there's a couple of vegetables on the way to the direction that we want to go anyway. And they're also crisp vegetables. So usually if you're trying to get like, I would say meta, and I say this in quotes, but meta food, you really want crisp and I believe rich is the one you're looking for. Crisp giving you the effect of extra potency to weak points, and rich giving you PP cost reduction. So if that matters to you, grab that. But we're gonna grab these because it's gonna finish up our quest, and also crisp. And then what you wanna do is you wanna actually head south in this area. The reason we're going south is for seafood. When we pop over here, It's kind of difficult to get to or to explain exactly the spot it's at, but you can see where I'm at on the map, and I will pull up my map for you really quick. But I'm right around over here, these little alcoves, like right here. You drop down, you'll end up kind of not like on a beach, but on a bit of an area you can walk, and there is a ton of crisp seafood here. Like, it's all throughout here, and this is really, really easy. This is basically perfect to pick up your crisp seafood if this is what you're after. And we're just gonna keep gathering all of these. I don't know if this is enough to cover everything, but there is one other spot I know of that has decent seafood returns. Yeah, I think that's everything for this spot. I'm gonna double check just to make sure. But I think it's literally from that to this teleporter or this booster up here. And of course there are green containers, because you know what, green containers all over the place. I find the more that you just slap them when you see them, the less you ever have to go out hunting for them. And if I never have to hunt for a green container, I'll be the happiest person ever. So yeah, it looks like that's it when it comes to these. So we're gonna go ahead and teleport away from here. We're gonna head up to this north teleport here. So this is over in West Retem. This is a really good area in case you need more seafood, more tames. It's got, it has the, what are they called? The camels. They give us tames, or they give us crisp tames. So those are really good. You've got more vegetables. You got more fruit. Now this is just kind of like if you need to fill the quest itself. This is all robust. So this is actually, I think what robust I believe is extra HP. So nothing too crazy there. Some people might want that, but another reason why you would come over here specifically is because of, what are these things called? I want to say they're like stellar. I was going to say stellar fragments, but that didn't sound right. But stellar fragments, there we go. They're basically the reactors of the Retem zone. So come over here once a day and grab all of these. I'm not going to grab all of them, but basically what I tend to do is I just go to the highest point I can and then float down, and I can see a lot more. So let's jump over here really quick, bounce up here, jump up this. There we go. And you can kind of see them out like where they're at. So there's a few of them off to the right here. So there's two there, there's one here, there's some over here, there's one over here, and I believe that is it. Yeah. So there's a couple of those here. I'm actually going to grab all of those really quick, and then we'll move forward from there. All right, that takes care of gathering all those. And the only reason I cut that specifically is because I am super terrible at platforming to get those. So I don't want you guys to have to wait for me to jump in the same location multiple times. I don't even talk about how long that took, but either way, if you're doing your dailies while you're doing this, this is also a good time to go ahead and just grab one of your, or grab the region mag. I usually check to see which region mag needs to be fed, but if all of them are fed, which it looks like they all are, I just grab this one here because it's literally right here. Like, it's not too hard to get to. And look, we're here. Like, it's super simple. No platform to take care of, a few tames around, so we can pick up some extra meat, and it looks like it's rich, so perfect there. And we can feed the region mag. So from there, we're just gonna go ahead and teleport. Now, this next teleport, this is more so if you need more tames, if you're looking for more seafood. Now, this is gonna overkill doing these quests, and I'm doing that on purpose. So you can kind of decide which location do you want to take care of doing stuff from. So a lot of tames tend to spawn, hang on, first off, let's go here. So some tames spawn right behind us here. And tames are just, you know, wildlife that you can kill for meat, basically. But they spawn right behind us here. You can jump down and you can see the camels that spawn right down there. You can see camels that are spawning right over here. Like, there's tons of them, and all of these are actually really, really good because it's all rich and all crisp, which is what you want. And this is why Zonde is ridiculously good for doing this, by the way. And from there, we can just run along this bank over here. We can see we've got some more minerals. This is more so if you just need extra minerals. If you're looking for tetracite, it's good to grab it. As you see it, it's very easy to tell it's orange. So like, you have to go out of your way to figure that out. But if you just glide over here, there's a couple of spots with some seafood. So yeah, little reserves here that have tons of seafood in them. So if you never got a chance to finish your quest earlier, this easily finish your quest here. And then of course, more tames. So we're gonna grab these here, we're gonna grab these here. And then there's one more spot with, well, of course, there are vegetables here. And then again, more tames. Actually, I don't think I'm sub force on this right now. Yeah, I'm sub fighter. Definitely want to go sub force because the ability to regen your PP very, very quickly would be really nice. So even if you can cast, if you can go sub force, it's going to be in your benefit. And as we can see, these are rich. So that's actually really, really good that these are rich. And then we'll grab these vegetables. Robust cauliflower, don't really care too much about robust, but we can grab all this stuff. It's very easy to get. It's right all in this one spot. We don't have to worry about going out of our way at all. And then we get tons of great food. So that's finished. That's pretty much all I would grab here. Now, if you're still really hurting for minerals and things like that, there's another spot we're gonna go to. But realistically, if you've been following along, you should be done with everything. I'm actually gonna show you my quests really quick. It's all done. Like, I don't have to worry about gathering anymore. From here, it's more so if you just want to make sure that you're gathering decent stuff moving forward. So what I'm going to do is we're going to teleport. What's a good spot? We'll teleport here, and then we're going to go through this mountain here, this mountain pass, basically. So this is if you're looking for more minerals. I would actually recommend not finishing the mineral quest on purpose because sometimes it can be hard to find where the minerals are in this area. But if you're looking for more minerals, this is probably one of the better places to get it. This is kind of akin to South Alio's mineral deposits in a sense, but you're just gonna look. You're heading into the urgent quest area where you fight Dailies Axe. So, I don't know if I mentioned it during this video, but this streamer mode thing is so comfortable. It's so very nice for recording videos and things like that. Not that I don't want to talk to you guys, but if I'm like in the middle of recording a video, I end up having to stop, pause, I respond to the person, and then of course I have to like edit it out and stuff like that. So I kind of feel bad that like people will run up and say something and I won't see it, but at the same time, like it just makes things very simple for me. Hopefully they also have like, actually, now that I think about it, it's kind of like a good and a bad thing. I was like, hopefully they have something that shows that you're in streamer mode so you can't see what people are saying. But like that would make it too easy for someone to like try to grief players that are specifically using streamer mode. That way they're not bothered. But the long story short of this area, now I don't really know the mineral deposits as much here. I know there's like one cove that's got a bunch of them, but I would again recommend not finishing the mineral quest on purpose, like ignoring all the minerals until this point. That way you have the quest up so you can see the exact place where these are at until you have been through here a couple of times. Because like I said, there's one specific spot where there's a ton of them and I just don't know where it is off the top of my head. So we're just gonna run through here really quick. You wanna run through here on the ground, by the way, because you'll be able to see a lot more what's going on. I think it's back here. Yeah, it's back here. Okay, so I'll go ahead and pull up where I'm at on the map. So right around this area here, there's a little spot back here that's got some pretty good mineral deposits. Tons of tetracite. And keep in mind the tetracite drops are specific to the day, so if I got these here, if you guys are doing this on the same day, which you probably won't be because this video probably won't go up until probably not till tomorrow, but either way, there's a few other videos that I need to get up earlier, like the augmenting video should be the one that's going up today in the next about hour and a half. But yeah, as you can see, you went around that way, you came through and you popped out the other side and you shot you straight across. And you can see a couple of extra mineral deposits here and here. Now it's really easy to get turned around here because you basically went from, what was it? I think it's like you went from in here through here and you shot yourself out right over here. When you pop out here, it's really easy to head right into here, or actually right into here. And there's another little cove of minerals right here. So pretty much covers most of like your mineral needs. It's a pretty good spot. It's not amazing. It's not South Ilio amazing in my opinion, just because it was like one cave that you could just run through the cave and very easily spot everything. With as much verticality as this area has, it's easy to miss stuff. I'm sure there's gonna be someone in the comments that's like, kill the rappies. So you know what, here you go. They're all dead. I usually don't mindlessly kill rappies, but I mean, the comments are gonna be there. So, we do it for the comments. And then we just continue on, just run right through this area. Keep an eye out on the walls. This is probably going to be the most time consuming portion, and I only recommend doing this if like you're just someone who likes to gather materials, you like to have everything that you need. During the ILEO time, so back in, I want to say like, I almost want to call it episode 1 or chapter 1, I'm not sure what to call it, but when ILEO region was the region that we're going through, like I would gather every day because it was really easy for me just to gather gather every day. I didn't have to think about where I was going, I didn't have to look around for what I was looking for, it just knew where the spawns were at, so I could just grab stuff as I saw it. Like I knew what direction to look in, and that's the idea of this video, is to kind of give you an idea of what direction to look in to gather stuff. Did I miss a cove over there? No, okay, we're good. And then where this is going to take you, turn this corner, is the end right here. So a couple extra tames here. And Zonde gets rid of them very, very easily. And that about covers everything that I recommend as far as gathering goes. You can get a couple of extra spots if you head down this way. There's like a little beach over there. There's normally a veteran spawn out there too. Oh yeah, see, there's a ton of tetrasite right here. Usually I check this spot and there's not very much, but it looks like today tetrasite's pretty crazy in this area, so I would go ahead and grab it. Or at least I would go ahead and check over the cliff, because you could almost miss out on stuff like I just about did. But that's it, guys. I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. It's a little bit of a longer video, but I wanted to show you guys pretty much everything that I take a look at to make the gathering routes, you know, worth it. And like I said, it was 20 minutes and we finished all of those quests. We finished them about the 10-minute mark, so it doesn't take very long to get them done. But you can decide if it's gonna be worth it for you. I'm going to try to timestamp in the video description, but you guys know I'm terrible at that, so we'll hopefully get that taken care of in the video description, and you can decide the areas that you want to go to or that are going to be beneficial for you individually. Anyway, guys, if you have anything else that I possibly missed, any specific spots you go for, I encourage you, one, maybe make your own video and show your own routes. It'd be super cool to share that with the entire community, and I'd be more than happy to go ahead and include those in the video description as well. Or maybe just coordinates to the areas that you guys go to. There's also tons of maps, which I'm sure people are going to talk about in the video description or in the comments, that you can use these maps themselves to find out where things are for the day. Sometimes they update, sometimes they don't. So just keep that in mind. There's also Twitter accounts that are dedicated to finding certain spots. I'm sure people will mention the, the photon scales that pop up every single day. It's 5 photon scales a day. And honestly, it takes me about 5 to 7 minutes to go and gather all those photon scales versus what I just did. So up to you if you guys want to go out and gather those. Totally do them at your own discretion. Anyway, like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you want to keep up with more, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Peace out.